So the first thing we need to look at when entering to the overhook is hand position of your partner. Okay, so we're going to focus on where your partner's hands are and how to enter into the overhook depending on your partner's grips. So we're in the closed guard position here. Okay, now obviously if your partner's hands are already on the floor, he's given me my options to go overhook on either side. Okay, to do so I just have to frame on the inside of my partner's bicep and start hip escaping out towards the side I want my overhook, and I can start finding the far lapel here. Okay. But let's say your partner's made a grip of my pants or made a grip of the belt, whichever it is, I need to address the grip first before I can start entering into my overhook here, okay? So I like to go cross grip on my partner's sleeve, and I go underneath my partner's wrist here, and I connect them towards my own wrist here. Now I need to break the grip first, so to do so I just elevate the hand off the belt, and now I can pummel his hand underneath my wrist. Once I pummeled underneath the wrist, I make a connection or a grip here on my partner's seam near his armpit. I prefer the armpit as opposed to near the elbow. I have more control of my partner's shoulder area as opposed to controlling the elbow where it's much harder to drag your partner's arm. Okay, so I make a grip on the seam near the armpit. Now I'm going to use this to drag my partner's arm across my body. Okay, I'm going to force the arm drag to then enter in towards my reverse Kimura position, which allows me to get towards my overhook here. So I'm dragging the arm across. This will cause resistance, okay? Your partner doesn't want to allow you to drag his arm across the center line. So you'll probably get so far to here, then he'll start to drag his arm back. Now, as he drags his arm back, you'll notice there's a bend created here. Okay, so I drag. As he comes back, I sit up, and I reach through with the left hand, making sure I'm not going under the forearm because I can't create that bend. I go behind the elbow line, and I connect to my wrist here, punching his hand towards his chest. Now, once I'm here, I have to create some sort of angle so I can start forcing his hand out towards my left. So it's going to cause this like Kimura-like pressure on your partner's shoulder, which will allow you to then start entering into your overhook. So I connect, I hip escape out, create an angle, and now I can start forcing that hand this direction. Okay, and the hand has become free. Once it's free, I release the wrist and I feed it nice and high and through to my partner's far lapel here. Okay, so if we just change angle here for a second. So I'm going to go arm drag again, dragging across. As he comes back, I go behind the elbow here. Okay, so I'm making sure I'm beating the elbow line every time. Connect the hand to the wrist. Now I rotate out, forcing this hand in this direction. Okay. Once the hand has become free, it's important that I keep the elbow line beaten and then find my partner's far lapel with the left hand. So I release the left hand and I go nice and high over towards the shoulder and find the far lapel, releasing the sleeve. And now I can start creating my angle and go to my side clamp from here. So one more time. Here. I break the grip if he's made a grip. Pop. From here, I pummel underneath. I make my partner's tricep grip. I drag. As he redirects, I sit up, connect. Create the angle to force the hand out towards my left. Immediately start feeding this left hand nice and deep, find my partner's lapel, and I start to frame on my partner's far arm straight away. This is going to help me create space, create angle, and start slipping my knee into position. Okay. Sometimes there's a second option from here. You'll be able to start pummeling underneath with your hand. So let's say we broke the grip. Let's say your partner's really difficult to arm drag. Instead of trying to drag the arm across to create a reaction, I pummel underneath. Now I pull him forward with a knee pull. Okay. As I pull him forward with a knee pull, I let my arm go behind my head and I feed my left arm around. So I pull and I'd be able to connect towards the lapel. Okay, obviously once I beat the elbow line, I can release the sleeve. So again, I broke the grip, I pummel inside, I'm here. I've already beaten the elbow line, and my hand's already underneath. I've not made my lapel connection yet, but I can release the sleeve immediately now and address this and start hip escaping from here. Okay, just one more time. Catch, pummel. Connect. The good thing about the first option, the reverse Kimura option, is sometimes when you get to here and you start to drag and the bend's being created, sometimes you'll find it hard, or your partner's stubborn, or they make a grip of their lapel and they can't get their arm free, okay? This is not the end of the world. This links part 1 of the instructional to part 2 of the instructional, which will be a 2-on-1 system towards arm drags and that kind of thing. So when we're here, instead of trying to really force this hand out, all I do is I release the sleeve, allow my hand to come underneath and control the tricep. I'm going to start create my angle out, bringing my hips to my left, and I hit my arm drag. So we're here. I can't get the arm free, pummel in. Now I drag the arm back, posting on my elbow. Now I can hip escape and start climbing towards the back, or trapping this arm to his chest and start hitting my pendulum sweeps and that kind of thing.